Jai Baba, everybody. Irwin and Edward have cornered me into sitting for a TV session for them. But if they sell you the idea that we love sitting here with this ice cream cone before us and talking and appearing on the TV, don't let them do it. But we love them, and we love you all, and that's enough reason, isn't it? And now, each one of us has been sitting for them on film, TV, telling them about Baba. More Baba anecdotes, and it seems there's really nothing to say when one sits down, and before you know, you're saying it, and one just can't say enough. Or so it turns out to be. Well, the other day, Irwin reminded me to be sure and tell on the TV a little anecdote. I suppose you can call it an anecdote. But I was telling them how Erod jokingly told me once that it was all my fault that Baba hadn't broken his silence, because I'd asked him to postpone it once. That was very long ago, when I was at school, a little girl at school, and Baba was in Nasik at the time, and I got news that in a couple of months Baba's going to break his silence. And as I couldn't go to him at the time, as Baba had ordered me to attend my school and regularly, and after I finished my exams, then to come over to him for my holidays, as I usually did. Now, that would be in December, and I believe Baba had said he would break his silence in October. So I wrote a very solemnly wrote a letter asking Baba to please postpone breaking of his silence till I could be there with him, as he had promised I would be with him when he broke his silence. And I said, you know, I can't come now because you told me to be in school, and you please wait till December when I can have my holidays and come and be with you. So, and Baba wrote back, had one of the Mandali write back. He dictated a letter to me in which he very solemnly promised me that, all right, as I would not get a holiday till December, he would postpone the breaking of his silence till the time when I could be with him, and he would not break his silence in October as he had planned. So I've kept my promise to relate that.
Tell me this though, regarding Baba's breaking of the silence, how did you feel throughout the years when Baba would say that he would break his silence and sometimes give a day? What was the thoughts of the Mandali and yourself?
The thoughts of the Mandali? Actually, we were never really concerned with the breaking of Baba's silence. It wasn't something we were waiting for or longing for or anticipating or looking forward to it. It was enough for us that Baba said he would do it, and we would. It really, in a way, meant work for us. We just prepared the circular and sent it out. But we did not need that sort of thing. To us, Baba's silence was never really silent. It was so eloquent. Everything Baba was and did was so complete. If that's what he wanted, to break his silence, fine. If he wanted just to continue his silence, fine. But at the time when he said, I will break it, no matter how many times he postponed it and did not keep to the date he gave out, at the time when he said it, he wanted each one to really to believe it. Not only, of course, there's no question of believing, we believe whatever Baba said, but to be convinced that it would be so. For instance, like in the old days, from the early time when the Mandali were in the training and they did not know Baba's ways, and he would have them build something and would say, make it so solid and strong because it is going to be permanent. And they would spend so much labor and time and material and everything and put their everything in it. And after 2 months, Baba would say, dismantle it. We're moving, we're shifting. Afterwards, when they came to accept that as part of Baba's way of working, and when he would tell them to build something or make something and say it should be strong and good, well, naturally there was a part of their mind that would say, oh well, we never know, and if a little while Baba might say, move on, but Baba wouldn't want that. No, at the time, because it served his purpose, whatever he did, which we could not see or understand, at that time, when the Mandali had to build something that he told them to do, for instance, this is an example, well, they had to do it with their whole heart, convinced that it would be permanent, as Baba said, not even going by past experience or letting their own thoughts filter into anything that was Baba's wish. You know what I mean? That was Baba's way.
If you had told Baba Baba's gentle manners, how gentle he was.
Well, how does one?
How he would handle people very gently sometimes.
Well, he could be both. I mean, with the Mandali, with the close ones, with his disciples, he was both. You see, he was gentle, he was firm, he was strict, very strict disciplinarian, most forgiving and compassionate one. That sort of thing. How does one say it? But Baba said God is love, and that certainly came true. You see, for us, the only thing that mattered, our pleasure, our happiness, was to see Baba pleased about something. Our sadness was if we displeased Baba in any way. And Baba would allow it to be shown. I mean, he would express. We could see it on his face that he was displeased. We could see it on his face that he was pleased, because that was the way to help us to convey to express, unfold our love for him.
Remember anything that Baba was very pleased with something that you had done?
Well, that was that's a number of times when I remember Baba would say, I'm happy with you,
yes.
I'm very happy. And there are times when Baba would be displeased and say, never do that again, but I forgive you this time. And I was, when Baba, some people have an idea that because we who were with Baba, we could never get angry and never lie and those sort of things. But as Baba once said, I don't want you to be like stones. What's the good if you're never angry? You should feel the anger and then control it, and not because I've told you not to get angry, then to control your anger for me. But if you just didn't feel anger, like if you didn't feel hungry, what was the sense of fasting? And or like lying. One didn't lie, but that didn't mean that you get so attached to the idea of not lying, not letting it get a virtue that you could be so proud of, because if Baba told you to lie on an occasion, and he would, say this is not so, or,